Hey, it's Pastor Steve. We're here in my studio and we're going to talk a little bit about this thing, My Style. Look at it. The tool we'll be using to have a look at My Style is called the Myers-Briggs Personality Type Indicator. And what it does is it looks at 4 different questions about 4 different aspects of how people are. And it takes the answers to your questions and it lines it up on a spectrum where we have one side versus the other side. And people will fall, like you can draw this line down the middle, and on each question you might fall closer on this side on one question and closer on this side on another question, over here and over here. And you might fall kind of in the middle, and that would be considered an X, or you might fall somewhere way on the extreme on each one, and these end up becoming letters. You're either an I, an E, an N, an S, a T, an F, a J, or a P. So let's look at each one individually. Difference between introverts and extroverts. So here we have the difference between the I and the E. And the real question here, you see this is a battery. And what this question really is not about whether somebody's outgoing or not, but what recharges your batteries. So like after you've been out for a long day and you feel like you're worn down, where do you go to recharge? Do you go here into your cave where it says keep out so that you can recharge your batteries and go out with people? Or do you need to be with people at the party in order to get your batteries recharged? So it's not about liking people or not liking people, it's about how you refuel yourself. And the next one down the list is the difference between intuitives and sensates. Now this next set is about the old noggin. That's a brain. Kind of gross, I know, but it's really about how you think and how you process information. On the left hand side we've got the N, the intuitive. You see this? That's a hot air balloon. It's floating around up in the clouds. The intuitive thinker is a person who uses imagination and dreams and thinks about the ideas behind things and big picture general thinking like that. On the other side you've got the S, the sensate. You can see this person, they are grounded firmly on solid ground. A sensate is a concrete thinker. They think about how do things work. Over here, these people are about the how, and over here, the intuitive are about the why. And the next one is thinkers versus feelers. Is really about decision making. See here it says choose A or B. Well, how does a person choose? Do they choose on the left hand side? You've got the T, the thinking person. They see how this is a black and white thing. They use logic. Their decision making is not about how it might impact people, but it's about what is true, what is right, and what is wrong. Over here on the other side, you've got the F, the feeling person or the feeler. Now see how you've got these kids that are just kind of, oh, life is good. They're more about, a feeler is more about how is a decision going to impact each individual person and how are people going to feel about the decision. So a feeler will make a decision that they might not even think is the best decision as long as it impacts the whole group. Whereas a thinker on the other side, they'll make a decision because it's right, regardless of if anybody likes it or not. Now the last one is the difference between judgers and perceivers. Finally we come to the J and the P. This is really about how we navigate through time. On the J side, we've got people who basically are planners. I mean, they like to make check boxes and then check them off. Get things done. They're very organized, very controlled. They like to plan their time. Now over here on the other side, you've got the P, the perceiver. You can see this guy is surfing. A perceiver moves through time. They just kind of go with the flow. you know, and they just take things easily, and they don't worry about making schedules or making plans. They do get the job done, but they'll start multiple projects at a time, whereas a judger likes to do things, you know, more like bullet points. Get one thing done, then you get the next thing done, and then you can just check them off the list as you go. So you've got judgers and you've got perceivers and how they move through time.